Failure. It's a word that stings, conjuring memories of setbacks, disappointments, and dreams deferred. But what if the very moments we wish we could erase are the ones that have the power to propel us forward? History is filled with stories of individuals who stumbled, fell, even crashed spectacularly, only to rise stronger, wiser, and ultimately successful. Turning failure into success isn't just a hopeful slogan, it's a process, an attitude, and a skill you can develop. Here's how. The journey begins with mindset. When faced with failure, your immediate reaction might be frustration, embarrassment, or even despair. That's normal. Failure hurts. But the key difference between those who stay defeated and those who bounce back lies in how they view the experience. Adopting a growth mindset, a belief that your abilities can be developed through effort and learning, transforms every failure into a lesson rather than a final verdict on your abilities. Rather than thinking, "I'm just not good at this," you begin to ask, "What can I learn from this?" That subtle shift is where transformation begins. Next comes reflection. Instead of pushing the failure aside or pretending it never happened, resist that urge. Take time to analyze what went wrong. Did you underestimate the amount of work required? Was there insufficient preparation? Did you need more skills or knowledge? Write down your reflections. Honest self-assessment isn't about self-criticism, it's about gathering the information you need to grow. After every great failure lies a goldmine of insights that can only be unearthed if you're willing to dig. Once you've examined what happened, it's time to extract the lessons. Identify specifically what the failure has taught you. Maybe you learned the importance of asking for help, or discovered that your assumptions were off base. Perhaps you realized that timing is critical, or that your priorities weren't aligned. In some cases, the lesson may be more fundamental, like the need to build resilience, patience, or better communication skills. These lessons aren't just for this one attempt, they're tools for your entire journey forward. After gathering your insights, set tangible next steps. How can you apply what you have learned in your future efforts? If you failed an exam, your next step might be reorganizing your study habits or finding a mentor. If a business idea didn't take off, maybe it's time to refine your business plan or seek feedback from more experienced entrepreneurs. The aim is not to repeat the same actions and expect a different result, but to actively incorporate your new knowledge into your next move. An important but often overlooked part of the process is embracing resilience. Rebounding from failure isn't about ignoring the disappointment or pretending it doesn't matter. It's about feeling the setback and deciding to continue. Resilience means believing in your ability to overcome obstacles, even when the finish line isn't yet in sight. It means granting yourself patience, reminding yourself that progress is rarely linear, and choosing not to equate a single failed attempt with ultimate defeat. Consider the stories of those who exemplify these principles. Thomas Edison's early attempts to create the electric light bulb famously involved thousands of prototypes that didn't work. Each failure was cataloged, each mistake meticulously studied. Edison once remarked, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His resilience and relentless learning ultimately led to success. Or think of J.K. Rowling, who received rejections from multiple publishers before Harry Potter found a home and became a global phenomenon. The key was persistence, adaptation, and faith in the process. Surrounding yourself with support is essential. Failure can feel isolating, but sharing your experiences with trusted friends, family, or mentors can be a powerful source of perspective and encouragement. Feedback from others often helps us see our blind spots and reminds us that everyone, no matter how accomplished, faces setbacks. Sometimes, the encouragement of just one person can rekindle your determination. Another crucial step is redefining your idea of success. Many of us grow up with the notion that success is a straight path, a sequence of victories without defeat. In reality, success is often a winding road paved with small errors, missed chances, and even spectacular crashes. Rather than measuring success only by the outcome, try to recognize and celebrate growth, learning, and courage. Every time you get up after a setback and try again, you are, in a very real way, succeeding. Embrace experimentation. Some of the greatest breakthroughs are the result of trial and error, a willingness to tinker, adjust, and iterate. In technology, in science, in art, and in business, the road to innovation is littered with projects that failed in their initial form but led to groundbreaking discoveries when approached from a new angle. The mindset of experimentation means treating each attempt as data, as feedback, rather than as a final judgment. With this approach, even the greatest missteps gain value. They point you in a new, more promising direction. Develop a plan for your comeback. This could mean setting new, achievable goals based on what you've learned, creating a timeline for your next attempt, or finding ways to keep your motivation high when things get tough. Break your path into smaller steps so that each action feels manageable. Celebrate the small victories along the way, and view each new effort as both a test of what you've learned and an opportunity for further growth. Perhaps most importantly, remember that your worth is not defined by a single mistake, a lost opportunity, or even a series of disappointments. The world's most successful people have not only failed, they have felt discouraged, doubted themselves, and wondered if they'd ever make it. What sets them apart is not luck or a lack of setbacks, it's their commitment to persist, adapt, and keep moving forward. So, the next time failure knocks on your door, pause before shying away. Recognize it as an inevitable part of any meaningful endeavor. Ask yourself what you can learn, plan your next steps, gather support, and try again. Every time you do, you are actively transforming failure from an endpoint into a springboard. In the end, the secret to turning failure into success isn't some inborn talent reserved for a lucky few. It's a process, a habit of mind, and a discipline of heart. It's about learning, adapting, and refusing to let setbacks have the last word. And when you master that, success becomes not just possible, but inevitable.